Hello and good morning. Welcome to another episode where I am trying to help you lay a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. Okay, so why? Why does that even matter? Who cares? If you're going to make a lot of money, most likely, I'm speaking, this should go a lot of ways, but I'm speaking to those that you're thinking about right now. You're like, hey, I made my primary gig, and I'm working it hard, and I'm making that cash, but I haven't really taken care of my health and fitness. So you're going to find yourself at 50 at my age, and you are going to be closer to death than you ever have been. And you're sacrificing all of that health for money. Now, that's not bad. I like money. But what if you did something else? What if you put a little bit of time and energy into your fitness and your food so that you could live a long time and have a lot of money? Then you could die with a lot of money rather than, you could die later in life with a lot of your money spent because you had a great time. You don't want I should pull that up. Let me grab this. Let me pause you. There it is right there. If you're watching, you can see it. If you're listening, just hear me out. Life expectancy versus your health expectancy, right? So you don't want those to give out awkwardly. You want them to be going together. So if you're super freaking healthy, the worst thing that can happen is kinetic impact, you're dead, right? You don't want to get in a car wreck or catch a bullet or any of that stuff. You want to be healthy and you want to live a long time. And usually health helps you live a long time because you're healthy, right? It's a hedge against sickness, being fit. If you look at this chart, they're showing you that the life expectancy and the health expectancy, especially for Americans, has gone askew. So they're saying that we are dying around 79. And in other countries around the world, this is still good, right? So they've got dollars on the bottom axis, on the X, and then age on the Y axis. And basically the curve shows that America sucks. We're not doing a great job of keeping our health expectancy high. We need to increase that. Okay, anyway, that's not the point I was trying to make. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. Shoulder health, ladies lifting, live longer, look better naked. Is 5 days, 3 days, 4 days? What's the right amount of time I should be doing CrossFit? How many should I do this? We're going to talk a little bit about this Lion diet. I had a lot of questions on Andy. Well, how are you pooping? We'll talk about that. What exactly am I eating? Energy, blood work. Yes, it is true. I gave you a wrong number. The point is still there, but I said LDLC and LDLP are different, and I use them interchangeably, and you can't. We got Alumni Week coming up. We're going to talk about that. And 24/7 access, how that's working and how it would work on Sunday for Open Gym. And then I'll do a separate podcast, most likely, for programming and how I would hit this and why are we doing what we do. So that can be a separate, you can download it and listen to that one too. Some of you guys that don't go to the gym here, you don't care about that. So I'm going to try to separate it. We shall see. Anyway, we've got a podcast, Fitness, Food, and Finance. You can find us there. Go to any of your podcast apps. I am on YouTube. Now this dumps as a podcast into YouTube as well. You can find me. It's at Andy McCann 42. We are the owners of CrossFit Garage. If you're here local in Woodstock, we want to serve you. If you are not local and you have gym stuff, then you can be part of our Gym Fitness Online. I'm sorry, Gym Fitness. I should have probably called it that. Garage Fitness Online. I don't even know my own titles. So Brandon Phillips, Charles, and Justin and I are working to bring those that are out in the world all by themselves doing this thing back into a community where it's fun and there's fitness. There's nothing more convenient than having the stuff in your garage or basement. But we all know that when you do that, you tend to stop working out. And that's true. Sharon pointed this out. And I've gone back and looked at all the people that have gone off on their own. And yes, they are less fit if they attempt to come back to the gym than had they ever left, right? So come back, do a thing. Or if you can't, let us help you with the community. A lot of times it's just some accountability. We can help you there. Okay, so we have this other thing that's happening. I got a couple cool things coming up. So this carnivore nutrition challenge, I'm still working out the details with Smart and Simple. I do a bit for the Survival podcast, and I'm on there. I'm their health and fitness expert because, this is what I do. And so Jack Spirko and I and a couple others in there really pushed the carnivore idea. And what we never do is say, well, how do you actually get this done? So Andrea from Smart and Simple Nutrition and I are putting together it's kind of like a class you can take. You could do it on your own, but it's going to be together. So it's a virtual class that you're doing together with them and us and me. And essentially it's an 8-week process. There's going to be homework and all that. And then there's going to be weekly virtual Zooms or whatever, where we get together and we talk. So the cool thing about this program is she could take one person, she could take 10,000 people. Well, she could take 10,000. The problem on that is if everyone had a question during the the lives, then 10,000 people asking questions would be quite tough. Usually you all have the same questions, but she's setting this up in such a way that everybody can get together and do this, and it'll keep the price down. The other way you can do it is if you want to go platinum mode, then you can hire them to do more one-on-one work. That's still there. That's their bread and butter, but obviously this is an easy thing for them. So they're going to bring people on board, and we're going to go that route. So there'll be a link coming out one day. But if you're not interested in learning carnivore, we also have Health Sprouts 60-day turnaround, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. The question came up at the gym the other day, Andy, if I change my eating, won't it make everything I do in the gym better? The answer is no, not really, but yes, also it will. So as you guys know, the answer is it depends. We're going to cover that one too. Okay, so first thing is the blood work. I have this picture up here now. It's the LDL-P is higher than 1,000, which is their big number. Like, oh, that's high. It's off the charts at 2,000. I was saying that was cholesterol LDL, but it's P. It's different. LDL-P. I asked ChatGPT to explain it to me as a 5th grader, and I still have a hard time understanding exactly what it was talking about. Just know that it's different. My LDL-C, which is the number that you guys want to hear, is still in the very high. It's way over their chart. They stopped measuring. Their chart goes up to 190. After that, it's like greater than 190. You're going to die. It's 201. So that is still high. But as I said, it's large particles, not small particles. So you want to order the second test, the advanced lipid test or the lipid profile test or the advanced cholesterol test to get that right. Does it change anything? No, it just lets you know that you should never trust anything I say. You should go and research it on your own. Thank you for someone for watching the video, whoever it was, I forgot, and they said, hey, you said that wrong. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I did. I didn't even look at the difference between a -P and a -C, which I should have seen that. Okay, so there is that. The other thing that we're bringing into the gym is I have got a bunch of questions. No, not this old lady lifting weights, but old people lifting weights or just ladies lifting weights. Several people in the same week came up and said, Andy, I'm not really interested in CrossFit and doing all that stuff, but I am very interested in getting stronger and learning how to lift appropriately. So I'm going to work with our lady coaches to bring a 9:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least that's what we're thinking, just lift. It is not CrossFit. It is not many things. It's the basic hypertrophy, and we're going to go slow and steady. So it is meant for ladies that have never really lifted before, and they want someone to at least show them what they're doing so they can do it correctly. That's what we do. We coach every day. And if you guys are going to tell me a thing, I cannot stand not trying to solve a thing. I don't understand why, but I am a solver. I like to solve stuff. At home, you guys know this. I now just say that bitch is crazy, and what's the other one? That bitch is jealous of you. And very varied forms of that to the ladies in my life. Usually it's home because those are the really only ladies that I've got. And it lets them know I care, and it lets them know I'm listening. And it helps me not solve the issue because they don't want solutions. They want to be heard. And I have a tough time with that. So anyway, but for my business, this is what I do. I solve stuff. So ladies, I heard you. We're going to put a call out there. I got to nail down kind of the details before I tell you. But basically, we're going to look for 9 ladies or less because we have 9 rack spaces on the rig. So we're going to start like that. I suppose we could do more if we did the swapping. But anyway, we're going to start with 9. And we're going to do this thing. If we can get 5 of you, we'll kick it off right away. If we can get 9 of you, of course, we'll kick it off. But 5 is probably the minimum number, and we'll keep asking for who wants to do this until we get up to 5, and then we'll launch it. And 9 is the number we want to get to. Helping ladies lift. Why? What do they call it? Osteoporosis and sarcopenia, something like that. I don't know. But they tell you one of the indicators of long life and looking good naked is your muscles. So if you've got muscles, you're toned. There you go. But diet doesn't always show your muscles. So yeah, we should affect our diet. Is it going to matter? Should I change my diet so much? No, if you've never lifted, then lifting is going to help you. You want to build all of the stuff that lifting does for you. Stress on your skeleton. Basically, your body is going to respond to the stimulus you give it. If you give it bullshit stimulus, like, hey, I just live at home and I sit down on the couch and I walk around, that's all it's going to get you. Now, there's nothing wrong with counting your steps and walking, but you're not stressing or straining your body. So your body is going to retard itself down to the level that you've asked for, which is like, I just want to walk. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay, but that sucks balls, man. You guys should be trying to live a great life. And you can either suffer with bullshit diseases later or suffer through some fitness right now. So I would say pick the suffering of fitness right now. Okay. Okay, what am I going to go to next? Oh, yeah, so this is the live longer, look better naked, and will food help you? So here's the thing. You must do some tough things to live longer. If you don't do the tough things, your body thinks it's quitting time. And it is going to, half the people, pick your birth year. Think of all the people you know that were born in that year. Half of them are dead by age 76 currently. Who knows, it'll change by the time we get there. Half of them are dead. Statistics don't give a shit about you. Statistics say half of you are dead. Some of the most healthiest people you know are dead at 76 for whatever reason. Sometimes it just gets you. Your time is up and you can't help it. But you can always look left and look right before you cross the street. Doing healthy things like fitness and eating better are looking left and looking right. You can reduce the number of crazy things, kinetic impact and all that by, if you're never around guns, you're probably not going to get shot. If you're around guns, your chances go up, right? If you never are around cars, the chance of you getting in any type of car accident is 0. But if you decide to drive, your chances go up, right? So if you're going to live life which has hazards, you might as well be healthy and fit and live a good life. But sometimes life is going to get you anyway, and 76 is the number. If you don't do anything, then yeah, you're going to die. I got people, this sucks. I'm 50. I have friends dying now. They're like, well, my heart's bad. I got calcifications. Holy shit, just do something. It is not that hard. And yet people choose not to do this stuff. Sorry, I know I cussed several times. I'm not going to edit that out. I don't know how to edit this stuff. It bothers me immensely that people won't do the tough thing. They'd rather, I literally have a friend who says, well, I guess I'll just die early. I'm like, who wants that? Why would you say that? Okay, so if you do these things, yes, the science says typically you live longer if you do the right things, if you eat well and if you move. Do you look better naked? Yes, of course. If you're eating right and doing healthy fitness movements, you're going to look better. I will say hypertrophy is different than CrossFit. CrossFit's trying to make you harder to kill. Hypertrophy, it's helpful, but it's not designed to make you harder to kill. It's there to add muscle. And muscle is a great organ of longevity, but it's not the only thing. There are some very unhealthy people who can lift a crap ton of weight. You look at those strong men. I'm going to say they're healthier than most people, but they could probably stand to eat better. Now, a couple guys said at the gym, but if I eat better, won't it help me out in the gym? And I think what they were trying to say, I should have unpacked it right then, is, Andy, could I climb Stone Mountain better if I ate better? The answer is maybe. You're going to have belly fat if you don't change the way you eat. That's just how it is. Are you still as fit as you are because of 2 years of CrossFit? Yeah. And if you said, hey, I'd like to put the baby that I just had on my back, or the 1-year-old or whatever, would you backpack with a 1-year-old? That'd be tough. That'd be heavy. But you could. Could I get up Stone Mountain? The answer is yes. You would do just as well eating stupid and getting up Stone Mountain. This health and fitness, the fitness I am helping you with here at the gym doesn't have too much to do with your food. I know it does, but not tremendously amount, right? You're still going to have that fitness even if you're eating stupid. Now, it would be better if you ate better, but you're still going to be able to get up Stone Mountain. You're just not going to look as sexy doing it. If you change the way you eat, later on down the road, you're going to see this impact. Immediate, there might be a little bit. You'll probably get a headache from the chemicals you're not getting, so there's some withdrawals, but you probably would perform a little bit better. And that will get better efficiencies at the gym. And yes, if you're more efficient, then yeah, you're going to do better. Will it happen right away? No. And will it change your fitness right away? No. You are still really fit right now. You just have belly fat. How do you get rid of that? Man, I'm sorry, but you have to change the way you eat. When you guys are ready for that, then I'm here for you. I have told everybody, if you'll track your food for 2 weeks, I will help you for free. The problem is you guys won't track your food for 2 weeks. It's kind of stupid. I don't know why. Who wouldn't do that? I have 17 years of experience in my head. And most of the times you just need some accountability. It's pretty easy. Don't eat that. We did Brady and I were looking through his. I was like, hey, how about that cookie? He's like, yeah, damn, look at that. I said, could you have eaten half of the cookie? And he's like, yeah, probably. So it just takes somebody else to look at the things you already know just to point it out, because it's your life and it's hard to see the problems in your own life. And especially when your spouse points it out to you, you don't want to listen. I'm not your spouse. I'm not your daddy. I'm the guy you pay. So I'm going to tell you the thing you probably don't want to hear, but that you should hear. Okay. So, yes, you should change the way you eat. How much? It doesn't have to be dramatic, but it'll help in everything eventually. It doesn't help right away. This is why, they can do those crash diets, but they're never going to be sustainable. This is why I would tell you guys not to do the lion diet. It's not sustainable. I think it is for me, but not for many people. So you would probably not want to do that. Now, the carnivore diet, yes, that's sustainable, man. I think anybody could do that, and that's why we have that program. Okay. Ladies lifting, we did that. Shoulder health, we didn't do that. I got to get into shoulder health now. Live longer. How often should I be working out? That's coming up too. Guys, this isn't difficult, but it's not easy. You have to show up. Number one rule in the gym is show up. Number two rule is don't do anything stupid to prevent yourself from showing up. Guys, I'm giving you this gift through the end of 2024. If you're a member at the gym, invite anybody you want to the gym. I will give them 1 month free. You know what? Screw it. I'll give them 2 months free. I want them to work out, and I want your friends to like this stuff. You just remind me that I said it, and I'll totally do it. We just started a new thing. I'm going back to some of my roots in this business and reaching out to like HealthSprout and other people and saying, hey, come back and do a thing with us. You're going to see some old faces, some old coaches popping back in to work out. Love on them, right? They've got good stuff to offer you. Okay. Will food help or change my workouts? The answer is yes, over time. Probably not immediately. Actually, it'll probably go negative immediately because of the withdrawal you're going to have. Yeah, you're addicted to stupid stuff. Most of the stuff we eat isn't even food. It's just entertainment. I wish... I'm going to get off my horse there. Guys, just do a thing. Yes, do the tough thing. All right, shoulder health. All right. This is the dumbest joint in our body. It was given the opportunity, do you want to be super flexible and mobile, or do you want to be stable? And the choice was the shoulder is going to be mobile. The shoulder can do every movement, up, down, left, right, circles, hinge, pinge, winge, whatever that is, all of the stuff. Your knee cannot do all of that. Your knee just hinges. That's it. Super stable. Your hip is a bit more mobile, and it's not as stable, but it's got a ball and socket design, which is pretty stable. Your shoulder does not have any of that. Actually, I should find an x-ray so I can show you what it looks like. Boom, with the magic of the internet, it just took me seconds, that's all, to find this thing. You guys have no idea how long it took me to find the right thing. If you're looking at this shoulder joint because you're watching the video, if you're not, you're just going to have to use your imagination. You do have a ball-ish thing at the end of your arm bone. Tibia, fibia, ulnus, radial. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, there is a ending bit, but it is not a ball and socket. Let me pull up the ball and socket from a hip. I couldn't get this picture to pull up, but I like this one right here. Someone had an artificial hip put in, and you could see the ball end, and it's going inside a piece, a socket, right? There was a really bad one of a car. Oh, this is a good one right here. There was a bad one of a car accident, and you could see the socket with the hip. Like, oh man, it was in the wrong place. I almost threw up. It's disgusting. So this is a broken hip a bit, I guess, but you could see how the pivoting point, the fits right into this little bit, and it's actually even got a lip to it, so it wants to stay there. It doesn't want to come out. Your shoulder, unfortunately, has none of that. Your shoulder is a well-designed mobile joint, but not well-designed for stability. Anyway, how can you get more stable shoulders? First and easiest is move it and then strengthen it. So what would you do? These are the things that I do currently for my own shoulders, and I've been doing CrossFit for 17 plus years. You guys could add this too. If you're not at the gym, you could do this at home. This stuff is not hard. So the first one that I would do is dead hang. So get on the rig and just grab on and just try to accumulate more seconds. So today I'm going to do a minute of dead hang. Tomorrow I'm going to do a minute and 1 second. Then you just get to a place that's uncomfortable where you have to do it a couple times. Simply hanging there will build the strength, but uncomfortable is always nice, except if it's a marriage, right? The next thing is a suitcase carry. I wouldn't do a farmer's carry. I would really lean into the idea of the suitcase carry because it's going to do more for you than just shoulder. But your shoulder can't be loose. You got to be like pulling it like good posture back. So if you're going to do suitcase or farmer's carry, it's the same thing, shoulders back and engage, but I like suitcase carry better. Let's just basically think about a heavy suitcase, you're walking it. You don't want to be wobbly, you just want the suitcase a little bit off of your leg so that you're not touching. Basically, you're going to get that, with the movement, you're going to get minor stabilizing muscles to get stronger. With the dead hang, it's just going to be some of the large muscle, like down your shoulder blade and so forth. And the reason I like the suitcase better, I know it takes twice as long because you're only using one arm at a time. It's just doing so many more things for that unloaded side to stay tight. The advantages there are pretty awesome. The other thing you could do are scap push-ups or scap pull-ups. So basically it's just dropping down into a tiny little push-up just with your shoulder casing. It's as stupid as it sounds. It's just tiny movements, but it's just engaging that one area. And those are good to do. I would probably, actually, you know what? Everyone should probably do 10 of those at the gym every day. That would, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's easy and it'll help out tremendously. So if you've got shoulder issues, start with that. There's some other things you can do. I love Brandon Phillips. Actually, let me pull that back up. Okay, so if you go to CrossFit Bound, which is Brandon Phillips' gym, and this is on YouTube, and you type in shoulder in his YouTube channel, it's like over 100 things on shoulders, because way back in the day when he was competing, he had shoulder issues, and he used this to kind of come out of that. I would suggest going down this list and seeing what's what. It's really not... Again, none of this is complicated. It's just not easy, right? It's going to take a little bit of time. If you don't want to take the time and do it on your own, just talk to me. Talk to Brandon. If you don't know Brandon, talk to me. So we can help you with this stuff. Guys, again, I am dead serious. Oh, man, I got to find the... let me find this again. I'm pausing you guys all the time. All right. This is Tommy Wright from the gym. He's one of the youngest Subway sandwich franchise owners ever. And he does a bit, I think it was this one right here, on some CEO training. So, how do you get ahead? And I loved his latest one. He said, many people ask me about side hustles, but I tell them first, hustle, do your first hustle. If you're only making like 20 or 30 grand in your first hustle, you're not hustling hard enough in the first hustle. Go hustle more. And I am totally into that, guys. We talk about this all the time. You're going to earn that money, but you also need to be healthy and fit. Go watch, let's see, what is he on Instagram? It is CEO.twright, W-R-I-G-H-T. And his stuff is awesome. I really have enjoyed getting to know Tommy. You guys will love his material. Okay, so keep your shoulders healthy. Do your thing every day. Do you need to do it every day? Yeah, I mean, you probably should. The next thing I had for you guys after the shoulders is on this day stuff. How often should I be working out? Here's the thing. We all know 0 is a bad number. If you're not working out at all, then yeah, it's not going to be good for you. No brainer. On the other side, if you work out hard 7 days a week, it's probably not going to go well for you either, unless you're doing something like hypertrophy and intentionally staying away from body parts. Super boring. I got a buddy from the gym. She is working on some hypertrophy. She's like, I'm going to see if I can make it work. I'm like, I can never do it because it's just so damn boring. You're supposed to do like a 5x5 back squat or, 5 sets of 10 or something. And it's going to take you like 2 hours. I just can't do it. It's so boring. Yes, it's good for you, but it's so boring. This is why I love CrossFit. CrossFit has shown to yield similar results, not as fast, but similar over time as doing hypertrophy. So how many days a week should I do CrossFit? I know from years of doing this that one day isn't going to do anything and it's just going to piss you off. If the only thing you do is 1 day of CrossFit, I wouldn't do it. That's why we stopped selling that membership. It was just dumb. It did make me good money, but it was stupid. It didn't actually do what it was supposed to do, get you healthy and fit. It just made you pissed. 2 days, not really enough either. It's not enough to move any needles. It's going to make you pain all the time. Again, this is assuming you're doing nothing else. 3 days is where some magic starts to happen. I would probably do a Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, Thursday, and then take the other days off. If I'm only doing 3 days a week, I would probably try to back up 2 days together. I know most people don't. They try to get, extra rest in there. 4 days is pretty good. 5 days is even gooder. 6 days and 7 days is where you start to get into trouble. Even CrossFit says do 3 days of workout and then 1 day of rest. So they're a 3 day on, 1 day off, which is impossible to do in a normal calendar. If I could, I would do 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. But I can't make my calendar work out like that. Maybe when I'm even older and nobody requires my time anywhere, I could make that work. I just have a hard time doing that with a family. So what do? I do 5 days a week. Some days I actually get in 5 days a week. Some days it's only 4. You know what? After 17 years, who gives a shit? I have got so many workouts stacked under my belt. Missing 1 day isn't a big deal. So I would start up doing 5 days a week, knowing that I'm going to miss some. And I know you're like, but Andy, on Monday when I first started, I got super tired and it hurt. Perfect. Come in Tuesday, do the warm up, and then jump on a rower or a bike. Don't do the workout. Or do a not for time workout. Just go through the movements to help loosen yourself up. Doing nothing is the worst thing to do for a sore body. Doing something is like the antidote. It's what you should do. So that's what I would do. I would do 5 days a week, and I would know that I'm going to miss somewhere. 4 days a week is totally fine. 3 days a week is okay. That's our committed club, but it's the minimum. Why do the minimum? I mean, I guess you want like what is it called? The minimum dosing? Except that 5 is better. So minimum does move the needle, just not nearly as much. 5 is better. 6 could be if you have appropriate recovery. If you're not doing anything for recovery, like specific stuff, I wouldn't do 6 or 7 days a week. You need better recovery. In those cases, I need you to be thinking, well, what about an ice bath? What about a massage? We do have MyoFit up front. I would use them. I would be doing things to help stay on track. That's just me. Okay. Do you have to do a lot? Nope. Oh man, I forgot about this one. I'm going to throw this out at you too. Sign up for the gym for 1 year. Stay for a year. Come in 4 days a week and let me adjust your diet just a tiny bit. Half-ass everything. If you're not fitter a year from now, I will give you 10 times your money back. It's not about the money. I mean, it kind of is. Without profit, there is no passion. I'd have to hang up the business. We need to pay the landlord. But I know I can get you fit. You just have to show up. Give yourself some time. Man, I hate it when people are like, I'm so busy. Dude, okay, do this right now. I'm so busy. Go into your phone, go to screen time or battery time, and look how much Instagramming you're doing. You have time. You just choose not to do it. I don't know what to tell you, except stop being a dumbass. Go do the thing you're supposed to do. You have the time. All right. Speaking of time, I'm having the time of my life on this lion diet with Evan. Somebody said, yeah, but how do you poop in? So I poop just fine. I know it's weird. They tell you without fiber, you're not going to poop. I am super regular. Everything is looking fine. It's good. I will tell you, if I eat too much fat, it's a lot looser. So I just adjust how much fat I'm eating. It's super easy. I don't know what to tell you guys. I feel like we were all lied to. We don't need to eat all the fiber to make ourselves go to the bathroom. I'm totally fine. We don't need, apparently right now, I don't need to eat vegetables to have nutrients. I am going to get that tested. I'm going to pay for a bunch more tests because I'm curious and see if I'm malnutriented, if I don't have enough nutrients in my body. Could be possible. I see that your body makes a lot more things when it doesn't have it. Like right now, I don't have any glucose that I'm consuming, yet my body is producing glucose because without that, your brain doesn't work. So my glucose production is high, which makes me look like I'm pre-diabetic, but I'm not pre-diabetic because I don't even eat any sugar. So, I mean, how the hell is that even possible? I'm not eating anything, so I have no insulin response because there's nothing in me. I don't know if I would tell any of you guys to do this diet. It's too restrictive. I will probably do it for the rest of my life if I figure out that I am okay on nutrients. Like I said, I'm going to run a bunch more tests. Go listen to that other podcast on blood work. What else did you guys ask me? What exactly are you eating, Andy? So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you're going to see what I'm eating. It is literally this. About a pound of ground beef that I have pre-cooked and frozen and then put in the refrigerator when it's ready to use, right? So I've got several packets of a pound-ish. I don't really measure it. It's a pound-ish of meat. And I pull out about 5 at a time and I let them thaw and I eat those. So it's a Ziploc bag of pre-cooked ground beef. Now the ground beef, it's whatever people have donated to me in terms of deer, or it's other stuff that I bought. So some of it is just pure ground beef. Some of it is ground beef with organ meat ground into it. I prefer a butcher shop doing all this rather than buying stuff from the Publix or whatever. I eat that for breakfast. It's a pound of ground beef with about 4 eggs mixed in. I either scramble them or I leave them over easy, which is my preference. In the morning, typically I put about a spool, a normal thread type of spool amount of goat cheese in there and I mix it in. And that's it. Well, a lot of salt. For dinner, I'll do the exact same thing, except I usually leave the cheese out. I don't know why. I just I mix it up. I don't know. That's not really mixing it up, but that's what I do. And then for lunch, I'm usually eating 2 New York strips. I'm trying to cut that back down to 1 because I'm finally starting to gain weight. So I dropped all the way down from 165 down to 155. and now I'm back up to 160. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gaining weight. My body has stabilized, I guess, or did I eat too much? So I don't have a scale in my house. My son took it when he went to college because he needs to be checking his weight. But I do know my calorie count is in the 4,000 every day. So I'm going to try to reduce that and see how it goes. I'm happy with my body weight. I'm happy with my body. Actually, it's kind of funny. In the mirror, it looks like I have more muscles. I think eating all this protein is good for that muscle. So maybe it's muscle weight that's being put on. I don't feel any stronger. So guys, I don't know if it works, but I am eating like, I don't know, 200 grams, more than that, of protein a day. And that's not all I mean, it was 300 grams of protein, I think, when I looked at it last. I don't think it's necessarily making me specifically stronger. I mean, there's no way around that. But my muscles do look bigger. I'm a pretty small guy, and now my normal shirts are like a little bit tighter, but not through the gut. It's through everything else. Again, would I suggest you guys eating this way? Hell no. It's really tough. But I'm enjoying it, so it's not tough for me. I don't know why. I do know why, because I'm just built differently. I am probably from an alien in, a lizard in man clothes. I don't know. It just is okay for me. I've always had the ability to cut things out and not really have a problem with it. I don't know why. Like I said, I haven't done sugar in, I don't know, it's been like 10 plus years, 15 years, and I'm not really worried about it. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so pooping just fine. What I eat? It's basically that's it. And that's what I eat every day. And I've been doing that. We're starting week 12 right now. I have tons of energy. I work out all the time. Sometimes I crush the workout if it's lighter. If it's not, then you see me not crushing. The blood work so far has come back okay. I'm going to go get a whole bunch more tests. I currently do have a weird thing in my shoulder. I think I hit the bar down on my shoulder too hard on a Fran and might have cracked my collarbone. First time ever doing something like that, but I don't know how to explain why it feels like that. A lot. I am wearing my wife's LifeWave patches, so the swelling has gone down amazingly fast, and it doesn't really hurt, except at night when I take these off, I'm like, oh, there's the ache. So I don't know what it's doing. These LifeWave patches are pretty cool. I don't know much about it. My wife does that. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'll connect you to her. It is really unique and interesting. Okay, other stuff. I'm going to move off that, guys. You know me. If you want to live longer and you'll live well, do the stuff we're doing. I'm literally paving a path before you. I'm 50. Most of you are not. And I hustled my first hustle really well, and we lived out of debt. And around 32, I decided, I should probably start doing some health and fitness stuff besides playing football and not eating McDonald's. And I started going down this path. Is it too late for you guys? No, most of you are pretty young. Just start doing the thing you need to do, one foot in front of the other. If you're 70, the shit's not going to pay off nearly as well, but it's okay. You can still make some progress. But I mean, it just makes sense when you're like, hey, at 70, I want to start planning for retirement. Most everyone knows that's kind of too late. I mean, I guess it can kind of help, but it's kind of too late. If you want to start planning for your health and fitness at 70, again, it's kind of too late. I think there's probably more bang for your buck for the health and fitness than there is in the retirement aspect. But talk to Aaron Vincent and Vincent Financial for your retirement needs, right? Okay, so next thing, Health Sprout. I reconnected with some of these guys and said, hey, let's do a thing together. They have got their, what's it called? I have it right here. Let me pull it up. It is called the 60-Day Turnaround that they're going to launch in January. It is a different way to learn how to eat. It is awesome. Many of us in the past have done this. Eric Richards was the one of the 4 founding guys for CrossFit Garage with me back in the day. It was really his brainchild, same with Health Sprout. And he got everybody into this 60-Day Turnaround. It is awesome. Let's see. If you go into Facebook and you type in 60-Day Turnaround, you're going to see one from Woodstock. That's the one you want. And they'll have some information there, or Health Sprout. We've got all of those guys. So Mark, Amanda, Corey, Kristen, and there's 3 other people coming into the gym again to work out. Pester them about, hey, what is a 60-day turnaround? As I get more data, I will let you know what it is or how to do it, but it's just exactly what you think it is. It's turn your life around in 60 days. You'll see some of their people coming into the gym as well. That'll be in January-ish. So right now is November. So you got some time to think about what you're going to do. So we've got this carnivore, which is not 60-day turnaround. It's help me learn to eat carnivore. And then we have 60-day turnaround, which is basically let me get some sustainable habits and so forth to turn my life around. And they kind of put you through the paces in these 60 days. Whew. Okay. Other things for you guys to know. We do have open gym on Sunday, but we also have open gym access, 24/7 access. How does that work? Yeah, great question. It's just a time when people are going to get together to work out. If you would like to work out with everybody that's coming in on Sundays, there isn't a coach. It's just before either Louie or Nick or someone else would open the gym. Now with 24/7 access, you don't need them to open the gym. You can just go yourself. So there isn't going to be anybody responsible for that time slot anymore. Obviously, they'll be there when they can be there, but it's not predicated on whether they can be there. Just make sure you have the 24/7 access that you need from me, and anybody can go in. You can go in anytime, especially when it's not classes, to do whatever you want. If a class is going on, don't go in there and be an idiot. I mean, just do class. That's what it's there for. We don't have an open gym only membership. I'm working on that right now. People around the world say, hey, it's about $100 a month is what we charge. I'm like, wow, that seems kind of high. But I guess know that you're getting extra $100-ish in value that I'm not charging you guys for. I want you guys to use the gym. So is there an open gym only membership? No. If you guys push me for it, then yes. I just haven't gone down that road. So typically the best ideas come from you guys. Okay, if you do want that open gym access, I do have a whole form for you guys. One, you have to have the new waiver, and then two, I'll get you hooked up in the UHome by UTech app that opens the back door, and I've got a whole sheet on how to open the gym and do things. It's got videos attached so you can see all the stuff and how to do it. It's super easy, super cake. I wouldn't do this if you're under like 100 workouts in, because you don't really know what's going on. You should make sure you know what's going on first, right? If you're an alumni with experience, then of course. All right, so speaking of alumni, we do have that alumni week. And if you're an alumni and you're listening to this, or on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, just DM me and I'm going to put you in a drawing for 1 or 2 months. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're going to make everybody 2 months, even though November's already started. So I'm going to change that for... whoop, crap, that didn't work. Escape. How did that? Press the wrong button, Andy. Let's see. If I hit backspace for 2 months, gift from us to you. There'll be a couple of those. Oh, I took the word several out. Whatever. So that's December 7th is Alumni Week. You can just come in for the week or text me now, reply now, get a hold of me now, Andy@CrossFitGarage.com, and I'll hook you up right now. Okay, let me see what else I wanted to tell you. Put you on pause. I think that is it. I think I gave you the takeaway, shoulder health, how to help do that, the Lion Diet, how to eat that way, what exactly am I eating. I think some of you guys also said, isn't that expensive? Here's the weird thing about that. Yes, purchasing that stuff is kind of expensive. No, I'm getting venison, ground venison for free because most of those guys don't want to eat it anyway. So I'm saving some money there. But I think the real thing is if I went out to eat, which I do, I'm paying way more than that to eat. Like we went to Fogo de Chao, Evan and I, and we tore it up. That's actually the next guys thing we're going to do is Fogo de Chao. Oh man, I didn't even talk about gaming night. Anyway, Fogo de Chao, it was awesome. And I don't waste money, so I eat everything on my plate. Nothing is going to waste. My family still throws a bunch of stuff away, which they're not eating, so they're buying and then it's going bad. None of my stuff goes bad. And shopping is so easy. I mean, I still shop for everyone else, but for me, it's super cake. Okay, let me do a spool through memory lane here in Facebook. CrossFit is putting out a Go Get Your Level 1, so I have that on my Facebook feed. Here's a picture of how to correctly produce plant-based meats, and plant-based meat is the meat I eat eating plants. So yay for that. Okay, board game night. We're doing this. We had a couple of us show up. Woodstock does theirs on the first Saturday of the month. We'll be going to that. I don't like that one as much. You have to pay ahead of time, and it's $8 to get in. I'm like, why am I paying to play board games? So we'll find us, and then we'll move it to the gym or my house. But we're doing that right now. We also did Reformation Brewery. That's the third Monday of the month. So let's see, board game night. Oh, we did our Dungeon Crawl Classics. If any of you guys are into D&D or that sort of thing, we'll bring you in. We'll teach you a thing. That'll be fun. What else was on there in here? We got Kate doing some cool videos. She did one with a back squat. And Chris filmed my ass, which I made a joke, like, film my ass. And he did. And she has a video of him filming me, filming my ass. So it's pretty damn funny. There are some other stuff in there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, new study came out about your LDL-C. And they're showing that, yes, in fact, what I'm saying is the same thing they're saying, is that it's not messing you up. It's good for you. Oh, I think that's it. The events are on the board. There's a whole lot of stuff. Check the email for the events. Let me see if I can pause that. Oh, it's picking up the volume. Nah, maybe not. We've got the board game nights. We have Reformation Brewery. We have the Waterfy Mastermind that's coming up, Alumni Week, the Lenfoot Hike-In, January 2nd. Come join us in that, and Process a Chicken on the 11th of January. That's going to be fun stuff too. Okay, I'm going to hang this one up and then go into the programming and how I would hit these workouts. Guys, if you need help, we're here. If you're not local, we're not here, but we're online. Members, if you have friends, man, let me know. I'm happy to invest in them. Actually, you know what? If you have spouses, I'll give them even 6 months of CrossFit because I want your spouses to be healthy and fit, and just bring them in here. I don't know how I can make that happen. I'll come up with a way to make it happen. Guys, we want your partners healthy and fit. Get them in here. Well, just email me. We'll figure out what to do. If cost is the issue, it shouldn't be the issue. It should be their health, right? Let's show them whether if fear is the issue. Let me know. We'll come up with something else. We'll come up with a class just for them. Actually, that's what I should do. Let's do that. If you have a spouse and you want them to experience CrossFit, I will create a special class just for all of the nervous spouses, and we'll do it very mellow and easy and walk them through everything. And you'll be like, dang, Andy, that wasn't even really a class. It was so like halfy. I'm like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And we'll get them used to this slowly. Let's do that. So if you have a spouse that you're interested in bringing into CrossFit, I'm here for them. If you've got kids that are in high school and they don't do anything, I already told you guys, they're free. Bring them in. We'll get these guys working out. If you've got a college kid coming back, and we'll get them in somehow. We want them over the breaks to be healthy and fit with you. Just let me know. Don't just bring them in. Work with me to help them get suitably set up. So if they've got no experience whatsoever, we need to get them some experience. I'll do my own class just for them to help them out. Guys, I want to make this low barrier. I want them to be healthy and fit. I want this to work for you. I want this passion that I've got and that hopefully you have to go out to the masses. Well, maybe not the masses. I want it to go out to your friends and family. That's really who I care about right now. We'll work on the masses later on. Okay. Find us. We don't hide. We're open to help you, and we want you to be healthy. Guys, take care. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.